wrote a eulogy to remember my great-grandma Shirley Scholl. She was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in June of 2014. On November 9th, she had passed. She lost her battle with pancreatic cancer. After her passing, all the characteristics that she taught everyone had came to the surface, and they helped me become who I am today. Have you had anyone in your life that has influenced you? My great-grandma Shirley Scholl influenced me. With her babysitting me a lot, I had learned a lot from her. If you have lost anyone to cancer, remembering the traits that they have taught you will be something that you can pass down to your children. Anyone that knew my great-grandma loved her. They saw her as their own grandmother. Shirley Scholl was a very nurturing woman and was a caregiver. She was also an extraordinarily strong and independent woman. She was also very humble and optimistic. Shirley was a caring and nurturing woman and loved working with children. Her characteristics of being caring and nurturing came from her own mother and grandmother. They too loved children and made time to be with them at any time possible. She cared for lots of children while babysitting from when she was a teen up until she had passed. When she watched me as a kid, she would always make homemade noodles with me and let me play games on her computer. That is one thing that I would always look forward to when I was going to her house. She was a foster grandparent at the grade school and loved working with the kids and helping them learn new things in life. She looked forward to it every day. She watched her great-grandchildren up until her passing. She loved her grandchildren a lot and always took them out for ice cream and taught them how to make homemade recipes. She was a strong and independent woman. When her husband died, she worked and lived on her own for the rest of her life. She managed to keep a garden, nice lawn, and clean the house all on her own. Her work ethic was very strong and she worked all her life, starting out working on the farm as a kid and ending with working at a grade school until she was around 70. Her and her husband raised 5 children, 4 girls and 1 boy. Raising 5 kids was a lot of work. She also battled with pancreatic cancer for 6 long months. But one thing she was known for was being optimistic and religious. You never saw her without a smile on her face, no matter the weather or situation. She always saw the good in everyone and loved everyone. No kid was too bad or too wild. She loved them all. Anytime something bad would happen, she would always say it could have been worse. She was very gratitudinal. She prayed before every meal and made sure everyone else did too. She was always thankful for another day. She always took pride in the smallest things in her life. In conclusion, my great-grandmother, Shirley Scholl, passed down to me and others very amazing qualities that I am thankful for today. Shirley was everyone's grandmother. She was very nurturing and caring for everyone. She was very strong and independent. And lastly, she was very optimistic and humble with everything she did in her life. However, it is very difficult to lose such a wonderful woman. She is in a better place. She is in heaven with her husband, parents, and other friends that have passed on. One thing that everyone should have learned from her is that we should all make the best out of every day and be grateful for what all we have. As she would always say, when something went wrong, it could have been worse. Thank you for listening to my eulogy. Do you have any questions?